Okay, this is Algebra 2, 1.5, Solving Inequalities. Again, this is one more review from Algebra 1 lesson. You need to review your symbols and make sure you know them. The first one's a less than symbol, the second one's a greater than, then it's a less than or equal to, and then a greater than or equal to. A way you remember that, if you hold your left hand out and you make with your pointer finger and your thumb and make an inequality symbol, it is a less than sign. So remember L for left, and then it also L for less. Left, less. If you use your left hand, it makes a less than sign. So if you're looking at this, remember when we graphed things on the number line, if it's a less than, it's an open circle, which means it's not equal to. Greater than is the same thing, it's an open circle. But when you get or equal to, you're going to fill that circle in when you're graphing. So let's do a couple problems and graph them as well. So the very first problem we want to solve is y minus 6 is less than 3. So pretty basic Algebra 1 problem here as far as the solving. So you solve inequalities just like you do equations. So the first thing we're going to do is add 6. So you have y is less than 9. So that's our answer, the answer part of it. But I also want you to graph them, so to practice your graphing on a number line. So when you graph on any of my number lines, I want you to make 3 marks. I want you to put your answer number in the middle, 1 less than, and 1 greater than. So then you have to look at your symbol. It's a less than sign, so you have to ask yourself, is it going to be open or is it going to be closed? And so it's going to be an open circle here. So I put an open circle, and I say y is less than 9. Which side of this number line is less than 9? Is it 8 or is it 10? Well, 8 is less than 9. That makes it true. So this is the side that I'm going to shade. And that's the answer to your number line. Example number 2. When you're solving these problems, you always want the variable to be on the left-hand side. So on this one, no matter what, I want you to take the variable to the left-hand side on inequalities. So we're going to subtract the 4w. So you have w plus 3. Don't laugh at my super straight line there. Super level line, I guess. So you have w plus 3 is greater than 9. We're going to subtract our 3. And so we say w is greater than 6. Again, we'll make our number line. Make our 3 lines. So we put 6 here. 5, 6, 7. It's a greater than symbol, so it'll be open. And so we want to know what's going to be greater than 6. Is it going to be 5 or is it going to be 7? And it would be 7, so we're going to shade to this side. Okay, example number 3. 5x minus 3 is greater than 4x plus 2. Again, I always want your variable on the left side, so start off with that. Subtract the 4x over. So you get x minus 3 is greater than 2. Add the 3. So you get x is greater than 5. Get your number line out. So 4, 5, 6. Open circle on 5. What is greater than 5? 4 or 6? 6 answers that question, so you shade that direction. Now, we're going to change it up just a little bit. We have negative 4x is greater than or equal to negative 24. If you remember back to Algebra 1, the only thing different about solving inequalities is if you multiply or divide by a negative number. Okay, so sorry about that. Remember that when you are multiplying or dividing by an inequality and a negative sign, you have to flip your sign if and only if you're multiplying both sides by the negative. So on this one, they're multiplying x by negative 4, so we need to divide by negative 4. And if you notice, I multiplied divided both sides by a negative. So on this side it cancels. On this side you have negative 24 divided by negative 4 and you get 6. So since you divided both sides by negative, you have to flip that sign to become a less than. So we put the 6 in the middle. So we have 5, 6, 7. It's a closed circle because it could equal 6. It doesn't have to equal 6, but it could. Or it could equal anything less than 6. Another problem, negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 4x plus 22 over 5. And so on this one, remember, you can't get to your numerator until you've gotten rid of this denominator. So we're going to multiply this whole problem by 5. Because on this side, those 5's cancel. We add 4x to both sides. We get a negative 11x is less than or equal to 22. Divide by negative 11. We divided both sides by that negative, so x is greater than or equal to negative 2. We had to flip that sign. We have our number line here. Put negative 2 in here. Negative 1 and negative 3. It's an or equal to, so it's closed in. And negative 1 is actually greater than negative 2, so it will go this way. Negative 6, negative 4v plus 3 is less than or equal to 2, 10v plus 3. Okay, this one, using your algebra skills, distribute your negative 6. So you get 24v minus 18 is less than or equal to 20v plus 6. Subtract your 20v. So you have 4v minus 18 is less than or equal to 6. Add your 18 to both sides. So you have 4v is less than or equal to 24. Divide both sides by 4. And you have v is less than or equal to 6. Let's graph that. Put the 6 in the middle. So we have 5, 6, 7. Closed circle. Shaded to the left. Did we graph the last one? We did. So we're good. Okay, one more actual just workout problem, and then we're going to do a word problem. So we have negative 5, 3d minus 7 is greater than 3, 2d plus 14. Again, distribute, so you have negative 15d plus 35 is greater than 6d plus 42. So we'll subtract our 6d. We get negative 21d. plus 35 is greater than 42. Subtract your 35. Is greater than 7. Divide by negative 21. Be careful what happens if you divide by a negative. You got to flip that sign. So D is greater than negative 1/3. So when you make your number line here, I'm completely okay with you putting the negative 1/3 here. And then the next number lower than a negative 1/3 is negative 1. And then bigger is 0. Now again, they're not equal distances. If you notice, I've made my lines a little bit, well, I've made them wrong, but I made them, should be closer to 0. Let's redo that whole number line. See, lots of mistakes there. Okay, so we got negative 1/3. We have 0, and then we got negative 1 here. Open circle, and we say that our variable is less than negative 1/3, so these are the numbers that are less than negative 1/3. Okay, so we're going to do one word problem, and then this section will be finished. Okay, here's our last problem for the lesson, and it's a word problem. It says Jane's cell phone costs her $50 per month. That's one of those things that I'd probably highlight. Plus is a keyword. 25 cents for each minute she goes beyond her free minutes. How many, this is our question, this is what we're solving, can she go beyond her free minutes and still pay less than a total of $70? So you have to write the equation, figure out your symbol, and then solve. So the first thing it says she pays is $50 per month plus, so we're going to use an addition sign, 25 cents per minute she goes beyond her free minutes. That's how we know where our variable goes, because it's 25 cents times how many minutes above her free minutes. And they want to know when she will pay less than or equal to $70. Well, no, she just wants to pay less than a total of 70. Less than a total of $70. So she doesn't want to pay 70. She wants to pay less than 70. And so then let's just solve it. Subtract 50. Divide by 0.25. And we don't have to graph this one once we solve. We just have to have an answer. So she can she can have less than 80 minutes. Less than 80 minutes will give her a bill of $70. And that concludes solving inequalities 1.5 for Algebra 2.